Well, good afternoon. This is Major Havoc and welcome to the channel. Today, I am going to review this firearm here, the Phoenix Trinity Honcho V2, the X Covert edition. A few days ago when it first arrived, I put out a quick teaser video that I had it, and the overwhelming majority of the questions were basically this: how's it shoot? So that's the fun part. So rather than go through a big, laborious review, the best reviews and the best reviewers have already looked at this gun. Most in particular is 2A in LA, does a great unboxing and review with all the specs and the details, and a numeric scoring system that is second to none. And I concur with his findings on that review. So let me just go over, for those who haven't seen that, let me just go over the general details of the gun I have in my possession. Not the company, the past history of any service-related complaints or whatever, but this particular sample here on my table. How did it get here? I saw that it was available. I made a quick call earlier in last week to Covert. Chatted back with Chris and Noah, made the decision to purchase the gun, and the very next day it was here. Posted the preview, and everybody wants to know how's it shoot. So we're going to get to the range footage real quickly, but let me go over a few of the big details first. First of all, it's a full-size 5-inch steel frame, 1911 double stack, 2011 platform pistol. It has a slightly shorter slide, basically like a 4.5-inch slide, and it has this unique dual chamber compensator. Now, what's nice about this is it's not just two chambers. The primary chamber is a little larger than the secondary chamber. Now, I don't know anything else about this chamber. It could be cut a little bit different, a little internal angles that the naked eye can't see, but it's incredibly soft shooting, and the videos will show you that. The DLC on this is more of a matte DLC. It's not totally flat, but I'm going to call it a matte DLC. It's a modified tri-top, being that the top flat part is a little wider and the angle on the tri-top is a little smaller. It has some unique angled cocking serrations. Has 5 up front and 4 in the rear, and they really bite really good. They're progressively deeper, and they're at this angle. So watch this. I'm going to show clear anyway, but you can see this. It's so easy. Look at that. 2 fingers. Look at this, the pinky. So the slide rack's really, really easy. So the frame itself is steel. The gun with this light, as it pictured here, and the O light on top, is basically 47.5 ounces. So it's a really good weight for an aluminum grip. Of course, it's a steel frame with the full tack rail. It does have this little snout here because the chamber is a 2-chamber comp. It would be more flush if it was a single chamber, but I think this is the star of the show. As always, Phoenix Trinity does a great job on their grips. I always like their hero grip for other guns. Run those on some other guns I have. But the grip is really, really nice. I'm going to call this a really medium to medium over aggressive. It's not super aggressive that it cuts you, but you stay put there. I shouldn't it yesterday in the humidity, no problem whatsoever. It is a deactivated grip safety, so it's a pinned and blended unit. It has ambidextrous shielded safeties. For the right-handed person, it's a little bit wider here. Listen to this. Very positive on up, and very positive on the disengagement. Not too hard, not too soft. I'm going to say that just about right. Something a little different is, I do have a little arthritis in these 63-year-old hands of mine. I run on most of my guns that I'm going to be shooting quickly at the range. Slide stop, thumb rest, some people call them gas pedal. I'll run either the Ementech, which is this one, or the Atlas gas pedal, or the Nitro Fin by Shooting Sports Innovations. It just depends on what I have available that day. This one came optic cut from Phoenix Trinity and had the plate pre-installed for the RMR footprint optic. The optic I had laying around this is the O sight by the O Light company, and it's basically almost like a 507 comp as far as the size of the window. It's maybe a little taller. the optic plate here from Phoenix Trinity has a slide racker on it. Now, shooting this thing basically over the last few days, almost 800 rounds now, no issues whatsoever shooting. There was one issue late in the day on Saturday, was the optic came loose. And it wasn't the optic screws I put in, it was the plate itself. So after I disassembled it, found out there was 2 little dabs of green Loctite, and it's only held in with 2 screws. Now, I thought it maybe because of the force of this slide racker and 4 or 5 different shooters shooting it and just over manipulating it. Well, probably wasn't. I think there's a minor design improvement that could be put into this gun. But the reason I said it maybe not is, see, it racks so easy, it's maybe not be putting that much pressure. But it just has 2 screws and no recoil lug bosses or anything there. So if Phoenix Trinity was listening to my video, which I'm sure they're not, I would tap in 2 more plate screws, or at least 1, and get a 3rd one in there to triangulate it and spread that load a little further back. But that's just me. I would like the extra added insurance and peace of mind security of that plate by adding 1 or 2 more screws, and there is room to do that. So I might have to do it myself. The gun itself performed flawlessly. Let's go and look at this trigger. It arrived here with this sweet trigger. See that little bit of take up there? Look at that. Look at this reset. It's audible, tactile. You can feel it. Push your finger back. It's a nice reset. This is a double tap beast. I can't put on the screen what the trigger pound pull is, but 2¼ pounds, 2 pounds 4 ounces is where it arrived. I measured it today after around 800 rounds of shooting it, and it's down to 2 pounds 2 ounces. That, I think that's where it settled in. Very, very nice trigger. So what we're going to do now is go to the range footage, which is what everybody asked about. What I do differently is I shoot the gun and use camera angles where you can see the side of the gun, so you can see, people want to know, is the gun flat? Is it soft? How's it cycle? How's it feel? Right? Well, the video cannot tell you how it feels. The video can't show you my perspective through that dot. I'm going to try some different camera angles with a hat cam next. But I get the angles right with a backdrop, like the side of the berm or a cement wall with some seams in it, where you can kind of find a reference point to see how flat it is. In addition to that, I have range day with friends. So I invite friends to come shoot with me. They bring some guns for me to try out. I bring some guns for them to try out. And the featured gun of the day for this past Saturday was this particular pistol. So I have male, female, older, younger, more experienced shooters, less experienced shooters, a cross section so you can see more than just me shooting the gun. I've been accused of having a good grip and being somewhat experienced, and that I make a non-ported gun, like I just reviewed the Atlas Titan and the Cardinal G2 yesterday, and videos appeared to be flat shooter. And with other shooters, it appeared to have a little bit more muzzle rise. So you can get a cross section of how it shoots. I bring other people in to shoot it too. That way you, the viewer, can make up your mind on what you're seeing. Now, what I also like is I like the comments. I like the exchange of information. I like the banter back and forth. So as after any of my videos, if you have any questions, concerns, observations, just want to chat, put it in the comments, and please like and share the video. I'm going straight to the range footage now. I've compiled range footage from 2 different days. So we'll just throw it in there. You'll see some perspective. I'm not going to tie them together. Everybody wanted this video up quick, so I'm going to roll the footage fairly raw, take from that what you can, and tune in next week. This is Major Havoc here. First shots. We've zeroed the optic for the first mag with the Phoenix Trinity. This is the Honcho V2 from Covert. Adam, shooter number 2 with the Honcho V2. Go. This is Chuck with the Honcho V2, his first shots. Go for it. Major Havoc back with the Honcho V2, a little further. Okay, now I've added the light just for a little bit more weight on the nose to see if there's any difference. Holy crap, that is a shooter. Now with the Phoenix Trinity, we're switching to 147, see how it reacts. .124 with the Honcho. There is my newest acquisition, the Phoenix Trinity Honcho V2, the X Covert edition. Let's try it on that same steel plate. Man, I could not resist. Wow! Thanks for visiting my channel. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and share and subscribe. See you next week.